I'm Dr. Anna Nunez, a professor of medicine and the inaugural Vice Dean for Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion at University of Minnesota's School of Medicine. I'm delighted to be invited to participate in this conversation. So the first question I was asked is, how has stress manifested for me over the past several months? In those past several months, I've actually been transitioning here to being in Minneapolis from Philadelphia. Won't lie to you, the transition was pretty tough. I don't recommend moving in the midst of a pandemic. So it had lots of challenges, stuff got lost, timelines went sideways. But it was difficult. Arriving here in a new position, both exciting and stressful in terms of new beginnings, and certainly know that some of you are in a similar situation in terms of new beginnings. And how did I handle that? Well, I think a lot of different ways, and I think having lots of strategies really is important. The first is really in terms of just paying attention to things that replenish me. So a long time ago, I was a very mediocre piano player, but then work got the most of me and I stopped playing the piano. So I became terrible. As of COVID, I started playing the piano again, trying to do it almost on a daily basis. And so I'm really achieving almost that mediocre status that I was so proud about. But it's great because it really is this meditative space. If I don't pay attention to what I'm doing and crowd out all the noise, I'll hit the wrong notes. And so it's a useful way in terms of helping me. I go outdoors, love the outdoors. Nobody told me how beautiful Minneapolis was. It's really gorgeous. So I really appreciate the clean air and being out and about. Spending time with my spouse, either doing silly things and just relaxing, just having quality time, incredibly important in terms of filling my tank so far as energy. And lastly, connecting. The advantage and disadvantage of being an extrovert is I like to get to know people. And I have had the opportunity to meet some really, really amazing and terrific people doing great things, from my neighbors who welcome us to the neighborhood to many of you. So it's been stressful and it taxes us, and we need to deploy all the different tools that we have, sometimes doing something and then sometimes actually really actively doing nothing. But we'll get there. We'll get there, we'll get through this, and we'll do it together.